Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing The Division 2. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations! Today, title updates galore. Let's get to it. The next title update is now live, and we are looking at the result of all the changes that they've made, and there are a lot, and all the changes are in the patch notes, which I've put a link in the description down below. Now, in addition to all the changes that we've been talking about in the last week or two, there is also classified assignments. And if you are a year one pass holder, there are now 2 classified assignments available. Now, as a reward for doing the classified assignments, you get some cosmetic upgrades. You get a little dangly or backpack trophy that you can add, that if you do not have the year one pass holder, or you're not have that year one pass, then you won't be able to do it and you won't be able to get it. But it is only cosmetic. Now, it does say that the raid's available, but I don't believe it is. I don't believe it's going to go live until probably Thursday or Friday. But we'll go ahead and check it out. Yes. So there you go. Now, one of the main changes to the title update is that now the crafting lady now has blueprints to sell. You can buy purple and blue blueprints, so that if you want the generic generic upgrades, that you can do so without having to limit the gear score by doing so on the crafting table and not upgrading the crafting table. And of course, once you own the blueprint, you'll always have that available to you. Now, looking at the, let me see, crafting table, you'll notice that the hardwired gear pieces now go 480 to 500 instead of 450 to 500. And of course, you'll need to farm those hardwired components and tech. So it's a much tighter spread than what it originally was, and that was extremely low. All right, now when you get in, you're going to notice, possibly, depending on what your build is, that the perks that you had may no longer be the same as what they were. And more than likely, they aren't the same, but whether they're available or not is going to be different. So, for example, Unhinged originally was an extra 20% weapon damage at a cost of 35% weapon handling, and now Unhinged is 20% weapon damage and negative 25% weapon handling. Let's see, knee pads I think has. All right, patience. Originally, I believe it was 3 or 4 defense was the requirement, and now it's 6. And now it's changed from, after being in cover for 3 seconds, now it's being in cover for 5 seconds. Armor repairs by 5% every second. So you have to wait a little bit longer, but you get a little bit more armor per second than you used to. Alright, so let's see if we can figure out where that classified assignment is. So between now and when the raid comes out, I would highly recommend going through your build and making sure that everything is squared away and everything is where it needs to be so that you have those perks unlocked. And if you don't, then you can start looking for pieces that have what you need in order to unlock it, or a different perk altogether.
Classified assignment location detected.
Let's see if we can figure out where the entrance is. I got a good feeling about this area. $496. Yay. Now, all the DZ contaminated gear are going to drop at 500. Speaking of, assuming that you're at 500 currently, one of the other things that you'll want to do when you look at your score, you'll notice that if you were at 515, 506, 503, whatever, that you're going to be dropped down to 500. And if you had a piece that was at 495 and you bumped it up to 507 or whatever, when you're messing around with recalibrating, it'll drop back down to that original score. All right, so maybe not that one. Nope. I have to say, I'm a little bit more excited about going into the Dark Zone now than previously. Oh, here we go. One backpack trophy, 4 collectibles.
True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Marksman rifle, never mind. There we go. That's a better line of sight. Ah, there they are. You still got hit.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Let me check around, see if there's a collectible up here.
Bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
Portable electronic device detected.
Alright. Oh, look, it looks like a shade cache in there. Alright. Ah, there we go.
What the hell are you doing?
Refilling the ATM.
Did you even read the memo I sent last night?
I thought it was a joke.
It's not a joke. We've got orders from corporate to quarantine the cash and keep it in the vault until further notice.
Do you want me to count it first?
No. Just get that cash out of here. Do it as fast as you can, and make sure you're wearing gloves and a mask.
A little reminiscent of the bank at HQ, just location, how everything looks.
Portable device detected.
That's 2 out of 4. Let's see if we can find the other 2.
Vacuum sealed. We've even set up a negative air chamber between the vaults and the rest of the branch. Good. Seems like you followed the protocol to the letter. Thank you. And what about your employees? How are they feeling? Oh, fine. Well, I've got 2 tellers that have called out sick the past 3 days, but they're not the best workers. Pretty sure they're using this outbreak to score a paid vacation. Have you sent anyone to do wellness check on them? No. I'll send someone to check. Gonna need a name and Tim Beatty and Sarah Green. Addresses should be in their HR file. I'll get it for you. Thanks. Good work here. Hold on now.
More ads incoming. Guys moving.
Take this, motherfucker. He's close. Engaging.
Ooh, look at that. That's a good angle.
This fucker's dead. Get back!
All right, number 3.
About New York.
What about New York?
The District Union branch in Brooklyn. They started burning all their cash.
Bullshit.
Seriously, they said it's the protocol.
That's such a waste.
Yeah, well, good opportunity though, huh?
Who's gonna know if we burn 4 bags instead of 5?
Oh. Might want to check to see what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Moving on the flank! Watch yourself! Enemy is too close! Yeah, you like that?
All right.
Waiting backup at National Bond. Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Now again, this is the classified assignment, available only to Year 1 pass holders. Now the rewards are only cosmetic and of course the comms, so it's not like you're going to be missing out if you don't have the Year 1 pass. But looking at what is available for the backpack trophies, they are pretty cool. So if you do have the Year 1 pass, it is going to be I think worthwhile if you have it, but if you don't, it's not game breaking. Oh, yep, here's the next wave. More shotgunners. Lots of shotgunners in this mission. Even if they're mainly, ooh, that's a name guy. Reds. Ooh, nice.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
Alright, let's check for that last collectible. I might have missed it in a previous area.
Electronic device
Oh,
detected.
never mind. There it is. Huh. Aha, there we go.
How much do you want? 10,000? 20,000? You can use the money to order more medicine. It's a win-win.
How much do you need?
6 months supply for a family of 4.
That's not how antibiotics work. You shouldn't be taking them all the time.
Fine. Then, 100 doses.
That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work,
Ooh.
Agent.
Well, I'll have to go look for that backpack trophy. Here, I thought it was a reward just for completing it. No, 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 no. You have to find it. Nice.
Someone hiding in that shadow?
Is that an enemy? Unlike the other ones, they're not going to show up on the map. I'm assuming that it's going to be like a look through a drawer kind of thing, kind of like the bank HQ where you have to be in a very specific spot in order to even see it. Let's see, there was one here. guessing it's more towards the end. Because if people had gotten it right out of the gate, that they wouldn't necessarily feel the need to finish the mission. If not, I might have to go back to the start. Okay. Let me check that one room after I get through this section here. Where that last radio was at. Since it was not as easy to get into as the other ones. Nope. Alright. Well, maybe it was towards the beginning. Since you couldn't get the last comm until the end. I guess technically it could be anywhere. Alright, I've been through here. Alright, massive. Well done. Alright, where's the, there it is. Wonder if there's gonna be enemies back here again. There are a lot of offices, or yeah, little like cubicles at the beginning, so possibly back in that area. Whoa. Get off me. Alright, so there was one over here. Comm. Maybe one of these offices you can actually go into. Have to look for a way in. Let's see, do we have any? No, doesn't look like it. Right, that right there makes me think it's there, but that would mean I would need a key. key card. Alright, I can go back a little bit farther. No, won't be able to go in there. And this is the very beginning. So I'm going to need a key card to get into the office, I think. So having to look for the key card is basically the same as just looking for the trophy. Nope. Alright guys, well I'm going to do some more digging and see if I can dig up a key card, or at least, the very least, that trophy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to ring the bell before you leave to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.